Hello everybody. So today we are doing something a bit different for the channel. I'm going to do a tier list ranking every COD Zombies map up until the Reckoning in Black Ops 6. Now this is a bit different to this kind of stuff I usually do, but I wanted to give it a shot, see what people think, and maybe we'll do more in the future. But yeah, in the background we've got some beastly gameplay. got some beastly gameplay for you. Please excuse me because I'm quite shit at the game. But it doesn't matter. Just some rules. I'm only going to count remakes of maps if the remake's different enough to warrant a different tier. So obviously, you know, maps like Nacht, Verrückt, Shinonuma, they've appeared in like Black Ops. They've been in World at War, Black Ops 1, I think Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, and probably more. But I'm only going to count them once, unless, for instance, it's something like 5 and Classified, where they're pretty different maps. But yeah, I think we can just get into it. Just before we start, I will say I actually haven't played Black Ops 2, so I'm not going to be counting a lot of those maps, but I will count stuff like Origins because it was remade in Black Ops 3, and I will count ones that I have played. I'll just put the stuff that I haven't into the haven't played section. But yeah, let's begin. First off, we have the first ever Zombies map, Nacht und Toten. Really basic map, only 4 rooms, but here's the thing about the World at War maps. I think if you get like 3 of your mates, it's a late night, you want something quick to just play, I think you can't do any better than these original World at War maps. I think that genuinely, I remember a night where it was me and a few pals and we just played Nacht. We just camped in that like top room where you can get the grenade things off the wall. And it was actually really fun. It was a really fun night, just chilling, shooting zombies. And I actually think that its simplicity makes it really special. Even though it doesn't have Pack-a-Punch, doesn't have perks, I'm going to put it in A tier. And I think the same can be said for a lot of the other World at War maps. Next up is Verrückt. This map's special because it's, I think, one of only 2 maps, correct me if I'm wrong, where you spawn in separate areas, right? If you've got 4 players, 2 players spawn on one side, 2 players spawn on the other. I think the only other map that does that is like Dead of the Night in Black Ops 4, which is we'll get to way later. But I think Verrückt, similar to Nacht, just a really fun, simple map. You'll come to find that I find these maps, like these really kind of straightforward, just shoot stuff maps, I really enjoy. I should say as well, we are going to feature. I'm not really much an Easter egg guy, but I will feature Easter eggs in the ranking. But I'm mainly just a round based guy myself because I'm shit at Easter eggs. But yeah, if an Easter egg is important to the map and really adds to it, in my opinion, I will factor that in. Next up is Shinonuma. Now, I don't think Shinonuma is as good as Verrückt and Nacht. I'm going to put it in B. I put Verrückt in A. I'm going to put it in B. I think that it's, again, not a bad map by any means, but I think that the layout of it just isn't as fun in a way. It's one of the only maps that I can think of that doesn't flow right. Every map, really ever, I don't think there's any other maps outside of Shinonuma officially that kind of doesn't flow. I think it's one of the golden rules of Zombies maps is that you can keep kind of going in a loop. Or no matter where you go, you can, like, if you open an area, you can go from that area straight through it to a different area. And even maps where it might not seem like that, like Shadows of Evil for instance, where it's got the 3 different paths, you've got the tram system which can take you to different areas. And I think, and like for instance the Reese or the Giant, at the 3 dead ends of the map you've got the teleporters to take you back to spawn, there's somewhere you can go. But Shinonuma doesn't really have that. The only example of that I can think of in Shinonuma is with the zipline. And it's not really a big issue in this map, because it is a small map, and it's supposed to be a small map. But this map did introduce perks, actually. I might actually move it. I'm going to move it up to A, because it did add perks, which are an essential part of zombies. Yeah, next up is the Reese. The Reese introduced Pack-a-Punch. I'm going to put it in A. Actually, I think the Reese is a map that it's gone down in my opinion a bit because I've played it so much. You'll see that later in the tier list as well. There are some maps that are great maps, but I've just played them so much that I'm like fed up with them. I want to play something different. Yeah, but despite it going down a bit, I think that the things it adds to zombies, you know, Pack-a-Punch being an essential thing, and the fact that it's a bigger map, it's the first kind of medium-sized map, I think that kind of balances it back out, in my opinion. Next up is Kino der Toten. Probably, maybe the most iconic zombies map, maybe other than like Nacht, I think. Probably the most well-known. It was the first zombies map I ever played. I went to a friend's house and I played Black Ops 1 Zombies. And yeah, it's the first map I played. I done terribly, obviously. But it kind of holds a special place. I'm also going to put it in I promise we will get to other tiers. Eventually. Yeah, Kino's fine. Kino's a solid map, I think. Similar to the recent size, and similar to the recent mechanics, other than... I think the Pack-a-Punch is a bit easier. But, great map. And I think it was actually originally supposed to be a World at War map, before it got delayed and moved into Black Ops 1. Next up is 5, which I actually haven't played the original 5 in Black Ops 1. I've never played Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2, the original games actually. I'll need to get to them. And I've never played the original Dead Ops arcade either. Ascension. Now, Ascension is an interesting one. I think Ascension's going to be our first B, maybe even C actually. This is going to be controversial, I think. I think Ascension's a good map. I hear a lot of people say it's really easy. I kinda disagree, maybe it's just because I'm not used to it. But I think that the monkey enemies in this map, just drag it down. I hate those monkeys. I hate how you have to defend your perks and you're inevitably going to just lose some. I think that that's maybe a... I know it's meant to make the map more difficult, but I think it ultimately just makes it more just annoying to play against. It's not like a fair feeling thing. It's just like, oh, you're going to have to defend Jug, and probably lose your other perks, because obviously you're going to defend Jug, because that's the most important one. I'm going to put it in B. I don't think I can put it in C. Because even playing it with mods that remove the monkeys is a fine map. And it's cool that you can blow up the rocket and stuff as well. I'm going to put it in B. I haven't actually played Call of the Dead. I've played the remake, but I only played it like once, the Black Ops 3 remake. So I'm going to just keep it and haven't played for now. Shangri-La. Shangri-La's going to be our first S. I love Shangri-La. I remember there was a period when I first kind of discovered this map and I first started really playing it, that this was probably my favourite map ever. And I love it because, this is going to sound weird, but this map feels like you're in a theme park, or even like a water park, in a way, right? Because you've got the mine shaft, it's like a roller coaster, you've got the slide, the water slide, and you've got like the area that I've called the fun house, the area where you run through, you have to walk along the platforms and the walls raise. It's just a fun map. And it is hard, it's a more difficult map, but I feel like whereas Ascension's difficulty comes from an annoying mechanic that kind of forces it to be difficult, I feel like Shangri-La's difficulty is a lot more natural just due to the environment, and it makes you think a lot more. And when you go down on Shang, a lot more of the time it doesn't feel like, oh damn it, that was because of this or that was because of that, that was because of me being in a bad place. You can even know what it is that you've made a mistake with. I still love Shang. I'll still easily hop onto it now. I think that even Shang also has monkeys, but they're way less annoying. In fact, if you can time the monkeys, you can get a free perk, or you can get any power-up you want for them, because they steal your power-ups. Next up is Moon. Now, Moon's an interesting one for me. I have played Moon quite a bit, but I'm not keen on it. I think that the excavator mechanic's annoying. I think that having to swap between the hacker and the helmet, you can only choose one at a time, is kind of irritating, especially when you don't know how to disable the excavators, and you just lose access to part of the map. You could possibly lose access to like more than half of the map if you don't know what you're doing and you're just stuck in the spawn area. I think that the part where you spawn in Area 51 and you can stay there for as long as you want and get points, but it gets obviously really hard. I think that's an interesting mechanic, but I'm going to put Moon in B. Not a bad map by any means. It's fine. Oh boy. Transit. No, I have played Transit. Because obviously Transit was the free map that came with Black Ops 2. And I've played it at my friends. Now, this was I think this was the second Zombies map I played. Because I never really started playing Zombies by myself until Black Ops 3. So, before then I could only really go to my friends and play it. And I played Transit. And I'll be honest, the times that I played Transit with my mate, and we just stayed on the bus for as long as we could, was actually pretty fun. But now, looking back at it, having actual zombies knowledge, it is not a good map. It is not a good map, and it's obvious why. Right, it's way too much fog everywhere. The developers' scope for the map was way too big than they could manage with the technology they had at the time. And that's why I still really want them to remake the map. And I've heard that they've been rumouring that they're going to remake the map for years now. People were saying they were going to remake it in Cold War and Black Ops 6, and now people are saying they're going to remake it in Black Ops 7. And I hope that they do, because I think that being able to see the full vision, know that they have the proper technology to do it, would be really cool. But I'm going to have to put Transit in D. Next up is, should I rank these maps? I'll rank these little the little Transit survival maps. First of all, Bus Depot. Really small. I'm pretty sure you only have the quick revive here. I'm going to put it in C. I don't know actually. I don't remember playing much of Bus Depot. I'm going to put it in C because it's just kind of small. And it's not bad, but it's fine. I'm going to put Farm in B. I'm actually going to put Town in A. I remember playing a lot of Town. That was the one that we played the most by far. And it's just a fun map to just play. Again, similar to the World at War maps. Town is just fun and you get Pack-a-Punch and stuff there. Next up is... I haven't played Nuketown, haven't played Die Rise, haven't played the original Mob, haven't played Buried, but I wish I did. I've heard good things about that. No, this is the big controversial thing for me. I am actually not keen on Origins. I'm really not. I'm going to put it in C. It is not bad. It is not Transit bad. I don't think it's I think that it's a good map. Like, what they made was good. The staffs were really cool. The map itself was really cool. The crazy place was cool. The Easter egg was amazing. But I think that the gameplay of the map is just not my cup of tea. I think that one of the biggest things that drags the map down for me is, like I said, I'm a round-based kind of casual guy. I don't try hard super a lot in zombies. I just kind of play it. But I think that one of the biggest things that irks me about Origins is that the Pack-a-Punch can disable after you've turned it on. I know that's like a small thing, but it just really irritates me. Because like, if I want to go around the map and just chill and just play it, and then I have to get dragged away from doing what I want to go and fix one of the generators so that I can Pack-a-Punch my gun, that's just an annoyance. And I think that the mud's annoying, makes you run slow, and I think that the Panzer's annoying in this map, because you can grab you with a claw and you just don't know what to do. And I think that the robots the robots are cool. But I think that they can be irritating when you're trying to run away from the Panzer or something, or a horde of zombies, and then the robot's coming, so you have to quickly make either a split-second decision to try to run through it, or make a new route, when there's the mud also annoying you. It is just... I feel like there's way too much irritating stuff in this map that I can't enjoy it. And I know that's going to upset people, because people love Origins, but... suck it. Yeah, I'm going to put it in C, I'm sorry. Listen, my hand's on my head. Shoot me if you want. I'm putting it in C. Next up is the Advanced Warfare maps, which I think I played a bit of Outbreak. That was fine, I'm putting it in C. I never really got far into it, so I can't tell you if it gets better. But, truthfully what I remember, it was fine. I haven't played any other Advanced Warfare maps. Next up is Shadows of Evil. Now, this is going to confuse people. I think Shadows of Evil is an S+ map. The first S+ map. Even though it's similar to design in Origins, I think that the fact that the Pack-a-Punch doesn't disable in this map makes it actually playable in a way. Plus, I feel like the map just isn't as irritating as Origins. Doesn't have enough annoying stuff in it as Origins. But here's something interesting about Shadows. Shadows was the launch map for Black Ops 3. It was the free map that everybody got, every player got. And the other launch map for Black Ops 3, the Giant, you would only get, I think, if you pre-ordered the game at the time. You can get it now separately as DLC, but you would only get the Giant if you pre-ordered. Now, the Giant is way easier to play as Shadows, it's just a race, right? But it's not a free map. So I feel like people like me, who started playing Black Ops 3 as their first proper zombies game, were kind of well, Shadows of Evil was a pretty tough map to Pack-a-Punch on, right? Especially if you don't know how to like save a zombie or train, or use the trams to get around easier. That's a tough map to do all the rituals on, especially for a new player. But I think I kind of appreciate that, because I feel like it forces you to get good at zombies in a way. Like, it didn't hold your hand. So I'm going to put it in S. Also, it's just a phenomenal map. The atmosphere's amazing, the soundtrack's amazing, the special zombies are all cool. I love the Margot, I think it's one of the coolest bosses we've had. And it's just awesome, and there's so much stuff to do in this map. Like, you can get the sword, you can get the wee little army things, you can upgrade them. You can obviously do the rituals, you can do the Easter egg, you can upgrade the sword, and there's tons of wee small side Easter eggs and stuff in this map too. It's amazing, and a great start to Black Ops 3. The giant, should I add the giant? Is the giant different? I don't know. I don't know actually. I might leave it. I think I'm going to leave it. Dead Ops 2. Now, this is the Black Ops 3 version. I enjoyed Dead Ops 2. It was fun for what it was. I'm going to put it in B. I liked that it was like an arcade mode, top down. You can get power-ups to go first person and stuff. It was fun. It was a fun little thing if you want something a bit different. DE. I'm going to put DE in O. You see, DE for me, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in S. Not S. Yeah, I'll put it in S plus. I have to put it in S plus because DE for me has the same issue as the Reese, where I've played it so much. It was like the only map I played in Black Ops 3 for so long. I would just like load up public lobbies and just play it and just get the wolf boat and just go. But yeah, I've played it so much that again, it's kinda died down a bit for me, the hype over it. It's like, I want something a bit different. I've played DE, I've seen it, been there, done that. But I still feel like, similar to the Reese, it's such a good map that it elevates it back up to where I feel like it would be if I hadn't have been kind of burnt out by it. You know, the map looks great. The bows are fantastic. It's a fairly easy pack-a-punch to unlock. You just have to turn the power on and then go to the 3 locations and then that's you. And it's just a good layout. Everything about this map is just solid. I'll keep it an S+. I'll keep it an S+. Zetsubo. Zetsubo no Shima. This one's interesting for me. Because I feel like this map has an issue where the pack-a-punch is so weirdly cryptic to unlock. You have to go around the bunker and do all these weird activities. I don't think it's that bad. There's a way more egregious example, like a weird pack-a-punch quest later in the tier list that I'll get to. But I'm going to put it in... I don't know. See, it wouldn't feel fair to put it in B when I've got stuff like Nacht and Verrucht in A. But I'm going to put it in B because I feel like... I don't know. I'll put it in A. I'll put it in A. Yeah, Zetsubo. I remember when it launched, it was really buggy, and people were like, "This is the worst map in Black Ops 3," which I kinda agree. Obviously, no counting Chronicles. This is I feel like this is probably my least favourite Black Ops 3 like original map, but it's fine. I think that the Wonder Weapon's kind of cool, the KT4, and you can get the Scully Man Sapwa. That's also a really cool weapon. But it's alright. It's a fine map. Gorod Krove. I'm going to put Gorod in S. I don't think it reaches the heights of Shadows and DE. I still think it's great. It's a really just fun atmosphere. You've got the dragons and stuff going around, really chaotic. Similar to Origins in that way. I do like the atmosphere of Origins with the planes and stuff buzzing about. But Gorod's fun. You've got the little robot things that can fly and shoot you. You've got the Mangulars. Obviously the dragon can arrive. The Nikolai boss fight and the Easter egg is incredible. That's probably still the best boss fight we've had, I think. But yeah, just really good map. I love the Dragon Glove. You can burn zombies with it. I love the Ray Gun Mark III. Well, I can't remember the actual name yet. What people call the Ray Gun Mark III. Good map. Amazing map. Next up is... Where are we? Oh, Zombies in Spaceland. This is the only Infinite Warfare map I've played. But I have fond memories with it. I'm going to put it in A. I know that a lot of people really enjoyed it. I might put it in S, actually. I'm going to put it in S. I remember this map really fondly. I think it's so different for the Treyarch world. I think it's a change people kind of needed. Right? It's a lot more cartoonish, a lot more goofy. Right? Zombies in this big theme park, and you can get traps and stuff that make the zombies dance on the dance floor and then incinerates them with lasers. Like, that's dumb, but it's really fun. I'm going to put it in A. No, sorry, in S. It's the only Infinite Warfare map I've played, so we're going to move the other maps into the haven't played section. Move these in there as well. Alright, Rev! I I forgot about Revelations. Revelations. I'll put it in S as well. Oh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move Zetsubo down to B, and I'm going to put Revelations in S. No, sorry, in A. I think that's the ranking for me for Black Ops 3. Zetsubo, Revelations, Go Rod, DE, Shadows. Revelations is fun. I like the kind of power fantasy that you get from it sometimes, right? Because you can get the Apothecary Servant, you can get the Thunder Gun. I think you can get the one. No, I don't think so actually. I know you can get the Thunder Gun and the Apothecary Servant, and then you can get the gravity spikes things and the shields. There's so much stuff you can get in this map. It's crazy. But it's also the thing about this map is that other than like the spawn area, the entire map is just combined parts of the other map, which is a cool idea. But I feel like it would have been cooler if we got something a bit more original for the final map of Black Ops 3. This was like the finale before the finale, you know? But I think it's a fun map. There's a lot of stuff in it. There's tons of enemies and stuff. This is the first map where it really felt like they were throwing like everything in the book at you and expecting you to just deal with it. But I still think it's really fun. Moving stuff into these bottom tiers. Final Reich. So the Final Reich is similar to Spaceland. It's the only map that I've played for World War II. I actually enjoyed this map. The time that I spent playing it. Not a long time, but I do enjoy the map. Where would I put it though? I love the atmosphere yet. I love how they wanted to make it more scary. I feel like they in some ways did accomplish that. Like I remember a really freaky Easter egg in this where you would see like I think it was like the villain of the game just standing around behind the walls and stuff, like behind the boards areas. And I do think it was fun. I love the guns. This is a weird thing to like be happy about, but I really liked COD World War II's gun feel. The guns in it felt powerful. They felt like kinda clunky, but in a good way. Where I feel like a problem with Black Ops 3's guns is that, like especially when it comes to the MR6, the thing just sounds and feels like a pea shooter. It doesn't feel like you're doing damage when you shoot it. But then if you compare that to a World War II like shotgun, you really get that boom when you shoot it. And like I like how much smoke comes out of the guns too. It feels like messy. I'm going to put it in A. Next up is Black Ops 4. The first map we have. Wait, did I put Voyage of Despair? Yeah. Put Voyage of Despair in the bottom tier there. Voyage is a flawed map. I think that I remember the first time I played this map, I went through a portal and I ended up in the in the engine room area, and I was just like, where the f am I? This map is weirdly big, you know, and a lot of it looks the same, like the Grand Staircase area. I mean, obviously I understand that it's based off of the real life Titanic, but I feel like so many of the areas do look really similar. That I kind of know the layout of the map now, but I feel like when I first started doing it, I was like, this map is like chaotic, and this map is a nightmare to navigate. I think it's also a fine map. I'm going to put it in B. I feel like Black Ops 4 does way better. I feel like the chaos story of Black Ops 4 is actually the maps for it are way superior to the Ether maps, and we'll see that next. Way 9. I think 9 is maybe an S plus actually. Oh, that's hard. I don't know actually. No, I'll put it in S because I feel like comparing 9, because like for instance, the reason I had the 4 bows, 4 different wonder weapon types. 9 only really had the scorpion thing. I don't really know if you could upgrade that much, other than like pack a bunch in it. 9 is a really fun map though. You're in this Colosseum. There's the 4 temples that you can go to. There's the underground section. It's fun, and it's just got a cool vibe to it that we can only really see in the Chaos story. I'm going to put it in S. Blood of the Dead. This, you see, I remember when Blood of the Dead came out, people were saying this is like the worst map ever. I'm going to put it in C. I don't know actually. I don't know what's so bad about it. Maybe it's, look, I haven't played the original Mob of the Dead, so I don't really know how much this map might have bastardized. the original. I don't think it was that bad. I'll put it in B. I feel like at least from a casual like point of view, I don't think it was super offensive. Again, having played Mob of the Dead, I don't know how much like this map's changed. I don't know how much this map's added, removed. But it's fine. It's in B. Classified. I like Classified. I'm going to put Classified in A. I really like the music of the map. The music of the map's phenomenal. I think that the actual gameplay is fine. I remember a lot of just the gameplay for me ultimately boiled down into camping in the elevator, which did get a bit stale after a while. I think it's A though. We can put it with the rest of these, like, because that's what Classified was for Black Ops 4. It was the simple, just kind of easy, chill out a bit map where you don't have to focus a lot. The Easter egg in this map is weird though. I think you have to get to like, the Easter egg for this map is to get around 150. And I think by doing that, you just kind of automatically get the cutscene. It's strange. And I'm not super keen on it. Next up, Dead of the Night. Ow. This one's interesting as well. This is the map that I was talking about earlier when I was talking about Zetsubo. That has the really weird pack-a-punch like process. I can't even remember what you have to do to get pack-a-punch in this map. Because this is the thing. If you look at maps like 9, the pack-a-punch isn't obvious what you have to do. But it's it makes sense. Right, 9 you have to go to the 4 temples and ring the gongs and defeat the champions and you get pack-a-punch. The Giant, you have to go to the 4, or sorry, Darius, you have to go to the 3 teleporters and align them with the one in spawn to open the pack-a-punch. Every pack-a-punch in most maps to unlock it, it's a simple step and it's easy to memorise. Dead of the Night, I remember, has so many like random locations you have to go to and parts you have to get just to get pack-a-punch and just open that area that I feel like is unreasonable to ask. Like even Origins, you have to turn on the generators. I feel like once you get the hang of doing that, it's easy to remember because you know where the generators are. It's easy to know what to do. But Dead of the Night is just, it feels like you're doing an Easter egg, like an Easter egg. So I'm going to put the map in A though. I feel like once you watch the video tutorial to get the pack-a-punch, I feel like it is a fun map. And it's a cool like setting as well. The big mansion. Oh yeah, like the Lovecrafty and stuff in it as well. Ancient Evil. Ancient Evil I'm also going to put in S. I don't think it quite makes S+, but I think it makes S. This is the map where you could get the 4 gloves. My memory on these Black Ops 4 map isn't as good as the other ones because I've played way more. I've probably played the least Black Ops 4, other than the ones that I haven't played. But I remember Ancient Evil being fun. I liked the Earth glove that you could get, which like I think it like made stuff appear on the floor or something. That was good fun. And yeah, just a solid map again. Alpha Omega. Alpha Omega. Oh, I remember. I know people hate this map. I think for me it's similar to Blood of the Dead. I'm going to put it in B. And actually, I'm going to move Blood and Alpha Omega down to C. I think I would rather play Voyage, or Ascension, or Moon, than Blood or Alpha Omega. I know that people hate this map, but I don't really see why. But at the same time, I kinda do. The map is very dull looking. This is the only map that I'll really agree when people say, "Oh, this map looks dull." It's a problem because I've heard that a lot with like Liberty Falls and Black Ops 6, and I don't really agree or really see how that's like a super huge issue. Because people love Origins, and 90% of Origins is fucking colour grey. But this is the only map that I was like, I don't enjoy looking at this map. Like, because it's not just dull, but it's like this weird, like, dusty, like, gross colour most of the time. It's like yellow. And yeah, it's not very nice. But I like the idea of having 4 elemental, like, ray gun Mark IIs. I feel like that's executed better in Black Ops 6 when we'll get to that. But yeah, Alpha Omega, and it's in Tag. Tag Der Toten. I've actually only played this map once. I'm going to put it in. I don't know whether to do B or C because I have literally only played this map once. I thought it was fine. I guess I'll put it in B. I had a fine experience playing it. Like, I think by the time Tag came out, it was the last season of Black Ops 4. I was fed up with playing it, and it was just like, yeah, it's Tag. I'm going to put it in B. I don't really have much to say about it. Okay, here we go. We're back to the maps that I should be more knowledgeable about. D Machine. First map, the new Dark Ether story. First map of Cold War. I think for an introductory map for Cold War, I think this map's pretty good. I'm going to put it in A. Obviously, it's the start of the new zombies like gameplay system. I know it's really controversial. I think the new zombies is fine. I think both types of zombies gameplay, like the classic gameplay up to like Black Ops 3 and the new gameplay for like Cold War onwards, Black Ops 4 is like in the weird middle position. I think they're both fine for different reasons. I think D Machine though is a fun introductory map. I like how it's got Knacked. You see, this is what I mean as well. This map has Knacked in it, but Knacked isn't the map. Knacked is just in the map. But I think it's fine. I enjoy the Die Wonder weapon's pretty fun as well. You can get the 4 elemental versions of that. I really like the laser one. I think that was probably my favourite. Yeah, fun map. I do feel like it's the upper area can get a bit dull. It's really white. It's a like snowy area. But I don't think it's as offensive as Alpha Omega. It isn't unpleasant to look at. Dead Ops Arcade 3. I'm going to put it A tier above Dead Ops Arcade 2 because I remember when I was playing this, I was kind of surprised how much stuff was like in it. Like you had all these crazy enemies coming back from Black Ops 4 and stuff that just never appeared anywhere else in the game. And it was like, Jesus, we're fighting like the werewolf and shit now. Good map though. Good game mode. Firebase Z. Firebase Z is interesting as well to me. I'm going to put it in B. I don't think it's as good as D Machine. I remember a lot of people really weren't keen on this map when it first came out. But I don't think it's that bad. I think it's fine. I think that the Reiki is a fine Wonder Weapon. I think it's a bit plain. It's just kind of a assault rifle that does a lot of damage, and you can get like the grenade shot for it. But I think that the quest to unlock it is really annoying. I remember, I think there's a step where you have to like shoot a dartboard or something to like enter a code, and that's just like weird. Like why? But yeah, I think Firebase is fun, and I remember the little village area that you spawn in. I think that's just a really fun like arena. I remember when I played this map, I spent a lot of time in like the building where the Pack-a-Punch is, just in there, just shooting stuff. It's a really close quarters, fun arena to be for some reason to me. No bad map though. Now, Outbreak is interesting. This is the Cold War Outbreak like, game mode. Because I don't know where to rank this on the list because it's like a completely different thing. I'm going to put it A, but now here's the thing about me. I don't really play multiplayer a lot. I don't play Warzone. So if I get like a battle pass in COD, which I did in Cold War, I really only have zombies to play, and I think Outbreak really suffered from that. Because another issue with Outbreak is that the spawns for each thing on each map never change. So if you're doing like an escort objective on like the zoo map, for instance, it's always got to spawn in the same area, it's always got to go the same path. So if you play Outbreak a ton like I did, you're going to just memorise everything and it's going to just feel like you're doing the same thing. But I think Outbreak as an idea is cool. I hope it comes back and I hope it gets improved on. I'm going to put it in A. Mother der Toten. This is a lot of people's favourite map in Cold War. I can see why. I'm going to put it in S. Actually, yeah. I'm going to put it in S. I think Mother der Toten is maybe the best Cold War map. I do really enjoy Forsaken as well. But Mother is really fun. You can build close. I love the Wonder Weapon in this map, the Cerberus, and how you can pick up the 4 versions of it. I think that all the versions of it are fun. My favourite is probably the shotgun, but I also like the laser thing. And the pistol is fun to just shoot stuff with. My least favourite probably is the little lock-on pistol. It's not bad, it's just my least favourite. But they're all satisfying to use. Just a great map. I think it's the first map in all the Cold War that had a different Pack-a-Punch camo, actually. Yeah, because I think Outbreak, D-Machine, and Firebase, you had the same one. So when people Pack-a-Punch them now, they're like, can you surprise? Like, oh, it's different. I remember liking the sewer area in this map a lot. That was similar to the Firebase Z house. It's just a fun arena area, close quarters. I guess I just like close quarters areas in Cold War. Next up, yeah, Forsaken. I'm going to put Forsaken in S with my World of Trotton. I think that is also a good map. Also better than D Machine and Firebase Z. Just for some, I think that the Crystal Axe Wonder Weapon is fine. It's fine. I remember I actually completed the Easter egg for this map. One of the only Easter eggs I've done. I completed it on like my second try, which is kind of crazy. But I guess it wasn't a hard Easter egg. I mean, after like Black Ops 4, none of the Easter eggs were really hard. Cold War and Black Ops 6's Easter eggs are way, way, way easier. They're also way more like kind of guided. Feels like. Yeah, Forsaken's fun. I've not even mentioned the enemies in Cold War. I've not really mentioned the enemies in a lot of these maps, but I don't really feel like a lot of them play much into the maps. And like, I'll mention one in Black Ops 6 when we get there. But I think that all the enemies in these maps are fine. I don't think there's any that really bother me a whole lot. I feel like in Black Ops, like for instance, the Black Ops 3 Panzer, I feel like it was way less annoying than it was in Origins. And I feel like it was way more easier to deal with. I loved the Margwas. The Thrashers are fine. I think they are a bit simple. You're just going to shoot them. Same with the Manglers. Obviously, the Manglers came back and they came back in Cold War and Black Ops 6, and they're everywhere in these games. But I think that they're fine enemies. They're fine, like, I guess mini boss enemies. Yeah, we also got the Mimics. Mimics are fine in Cold War. And there's just a variety of like dog enemies and stuff. Next map. Oh boy. Deran Fang is the first F, and maybe the only F in the list. This map. This is the only map that I've played at Vanguard. Because I didn't even buy Vanguard myself, my dad got it. My dad gets every COD, so we're just like, I'll play zombies on his. And I don't know what they were doing with this. So, they made like this, they wanted to make it this roguelike, but they did not put anywhere near enough stuff into it for it to like make sense and be good. And then they hit back. I've not even played these maps, but I'm going to put them in F. They hit back with Teir Maledicta, which is like the same gameplay type. It's still terrible on the same map. And then the last map, they released Shinonuma as a remake, which was probably the best fucking map in Vanguard, and it was a remake of World War 1. And then they released the Archon, which was the same map as Teir Maledicta, just round based. So, really, Vanguard hits two maps. Because Shinonuma doesn't count, that's a remake of an old one. And the Archon is the same map as Teir Maledicta. So it's Deran Fang and Teir Maledicta are the only maps in that game. It is a nightmare. Now we're on the Black Ops 6. I've not played Modern Warfare Zombies, but I've heard it's not very good. But I've not got any experience with it. I can't say. Liberty Falls. Now this map, when this map released, it threw the fucking zombies community into chaos. And I don't see why. I think the map's fine. I don't think I can. No, I'll put it in A. Because I get the same quality for Liberty Falls as I do with like Kino and stuff, where it's just a fun map to just chill out and play. And it's no trying to be anything harder. I've done the Easter egg in this map, it's fairly simple. I think it's just a fun map. Next up is Terminus, which I'm going to put on the same level as Liberty Falls, because I feel like, well, yes, as a map it is better and there's more today. I remember when this map first came out, I never played it because I hated the enemy on it, the fucking Abomination or whatever it was called. That enemy sucked. I hated it, and this was like at launch, before I discovered that you could use the Void weakness to do more damage to it. But it was like, this enemy, not only is it fast and annoying and can pull you in, it can also heal all zombies around it. And its weak points are really hard to hit and don't like do much when you shoot them. Because the other boss enemies in Black Ops 6 have things that are fairly easy to understand that you can use as weaknesses to kill them. The Abomination, the three-headed, just shoot its three heads and it dies. The Mecha Klaus, shoot its shoulder things off and then it can't shield and you shoot it in the head. The Disciple, shoot it in the face. But this thing, just at launch, this thing did not fucking die. I basically just had to use like a score streak to kill it, or use like a power up or something, because it was fucking absurd. I don't know if they've nerfed it since then, but once you discover that you can use the void element on your gun and it does more damage, it gets a lot easier to deal with. But yeah, that like, I hated that enemy so much that I just didn't play Terminus for like the first 2 seasons of Black Ops 6. Only played Liberty Falls. Obviously, I've came to appreciate the map more now though. I like how you can go around in the boat. I think that that's a cool new like thing that they've done. I'm kind of sad it's not came back to me in any way in Black Ops 6. And the boss fight's really cool against the big Kraken. No bad map. Citadel. I'm going to put Citadel in S. Citadel is the first S in Black Ops 6. This might be recency bias at play for a lot of these Black Ops 6 maps, but I think Citadel's an S. I really like the swords. I think that the swords are simple to get, they're fun to use. My favourite's probably the Void Sword, how you can open that big like crack in the world and suck zombies in. Really fun. Just really good map. This map introduced the doppelgasts, which I found them annoying at first, but they're not that bad. They're like a mini version of the enemy I was complaining about, that I for some reason can't remember the fucking name of. But they're easy to deal with. They're just shoot them. Just shoot them in the face. The tomb. I'm going to put the tomb at A as well. The tomb, I saw a guy once, I don't know if he was trying to rage bait me or something. I had a guy once telling me that the tomb was the worst zombies map ever. Really? Really? This is the worst map? I mean, like, it's standard. It's really standard. It's plain. It's small. But, like, you're telling me this is worse than Transit? You're telling me this is worse than Deran Fang? No. Come on. Come on now. I think the tomb's fine. I think that's fine. Actually, no, I'll move it down. I'll put it in B. Because it is really plain. It is like really standard. I do like how in the Easter egg they connected it to the Chaos story. They gave the Chaos story some kind of purpose, I suppose, because obviously that got scrapped. And it was so they made the Chaos story not a complete waste of time in a way. Even though the Chaos maps were great, I think it's fine. I think that if you're wanting, it's one of the maps that if you want to have a fun blast, just play it. I think the ice staff is fine on the map. I don't like how you have to upgrade it for it to be like actually usable past like Rose 20, but it's fine. Shattered Veil. Oh, that Shattered Veil might be an S plus. I don't know though. No, I'll put it in S. I'll keep it in S. This is the map that I was talking about when I was talking about Alpha Omega, where I think they've done a much better job doing the elemental ray guns. My favourite one's the shotgun, that's the one that I always go for. It's just really satisfying to use. I think that there's so much little secret areas to open up in this map. The boss fight's really cool, you get to fight a T-Rex. I think that the map's cool, that you get to go under the ground. I think that, yeah, it's just a fun map, it's just a great map. And every way, I think the soundtrack for this one's amazing as well. Yeah, it's great, good map. And now finally, we have the newest map for Black Ops 6, The Reckoning, which I'm also going to put in S. Again, this could be recency bias because the map just came out, but I think it's pretty fun. I like the Gorg effects Wonder. I do feel like I think that the Gorg effects is cool looking. I think that the way that you kill the Forsaken to get it, and it kind of turns them into this gun, is really cool. But I feel like as a weapon, it just feels kind of standard. I know you can get the upgrades for it, but it's just kind of as a pistol, you can shoot it or you can charge it up. It's not bad, and it is quite satisfying to see the zombies like evaporate and stuff. But it's fine. It's perfectly usable. I think that Uberqualls is a fine boss. It's not as bad as the big four-arm thing, but I think that I've had a lot of really dumb moments in the map where, like, I use Ether Shroud because I'm a pussy, so whenever I get low health I use it. But Uberqualls has this thing where he shoots out projectiles that lock onto you, even after you've like used your... If he shoots his projectile, or he starts shooting his projectile, and you use Ether Shroud, it will still hit you. And if you're at low, it will knock you down. Which is like, it's a pet peeve, but it is annoying. I think the Robo Klauses are cool. I think that the idea of having 2 different bosses that you can choose is really cool. I think that the Uber Richtofen boss is really funny. Uber Ricky. I think it's a good map. But yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's the list. So I'm sure he's okay. Something to complain about with this list, especially Origins being there where it is. But thanks for watching. I might do more stuff like this in the future. I might not. We'll see. Yeah. Goodbye. Have a good one.